This is Mary, and I've known Mary for almost all of her life, because I've treated 4 generations of Mary's family. So Mary's here today to help me demonstrate field testing, and we're going to be showing Mary's field, and we have images of what the field should look like in a visual way. Of course, the field's invisible to most people, so if you were to look at a field, you would be looking at something like this. And what you're seeing here is not only the field around the body, but you're seeing fields within fields. So we have heart fields, and we have nervous system fields, and then we have the entire field of the body. So in order to make that measurement on Mary, we have to have you be able to see what it is we're trying to accomplish. The pattern of the field is called a torus pattern, and every scale of physics has this torus pattern. So first we have this atom here. So you look at an atom, you can see this same pattern. And an apple is a similar pattern. And also, like a person encased in a pumpkin would be a similar pattern. So you see this at all scales of nature. In the universe, you see the electromagnetic field of the Earth. So this is a universal pattern at all scales. And when we measure the field, this is what we call this the field of life. And this is what the pattern of life should look like. So down in this image here, we have a field. Over here we have a small field on all sides, and this one shows a challenged field, large on one side and small on the other. So we're going to measure Mary's field. I'm going to set this down. And we use a substance that Mary's body would not like. So we take it out and we bring it in toward her body, and her body will reject this when I get it to the boundary of her field. So we bring it toward her, and her arm will go weak. So you can see that. That's called a muscle response. So her muscle goes weak as soon as I hit the boundary of the field with this supplement, which is meant for men. Mary, of course, obviously is not a man, and her body's going to reject this when we get to the boundary of her field. Now we can measure this on all sides. So if we had Mary turn around, we can measure her back field. So this is important because we want to make sure the field is balanced, which hers is pretty balanced. We also have some unique tools we can use to get the field out there longer, make it bigger. Now the purpose in making for a bigger field before we do the test is just that it's like a radio antenna, a 5,000 watt radio station versus a 50,000 watt radio station. So the bigger the signal, the more power you have, the better the information. So you're going to see that as we demonstrate this. So muscle testing is simply, is your muscle strong? Muscle response testing is when the muscle responds to something. Here it's responding to the energy of this supplement. We can also do this in other ways. So I could go over the bridge of Mary's nose and make her weak doing that too, because that would interfere with her energy field and make it go weak. Now we have some other unique tools that we can use to expand the field and get the bigger reading. And we already measured Mary's field, and we found that these 2 vials of energy bring it way out. So when I measure her field now, you can see it's out there quite a bit further. So there's the muscle response. Now when you're using the field work, you can get it so fine-tuned that it doesn't even look like a response anymore. Now it looks like a reaction. So what we're going to do is demonstrate how the field will or will not react to something it's interested in. Now we already checked this kit on Mary. So on either side of this kit we've got 30 vials of different energies. Her body was not interested in any of these, so when I put it up against her and pull it away, it's not interested. So her arm stays strong as I do this. However, we know that she is attracting to 2 energies in this kit. And you can see the difference in the muscle response or muscle reaction as I pull those away. The reason is because her body's interested in these energies and it wants them within her field. So we're going to just pick out the 2 that we know are in here, and we'll set those down and try again, and her body will not react to the other remaining 28 energies on this page. However, it will react quite dramatically to the 2 that it was attracted to. In this case, it was a lymph energy and a lymphocyte energy, which is a white blood cell energy. So this is what a reaction looks like when you pull it away. Now we can use that because the next thing we would want to do in Mary's case is find out what her body is asking for in relationship to the lymphocyte and lymph cells energies that are in this kit. And this is how we draw information from the body. So we have a very systematic way of testing that. The more energies we add, the bigger the effect. So the larger field with those energies compared to, if we take these energies away, that will shrink the field back down to its original size. And in this way, we get to have a communication with the body, and we know what her body is interested in, and then we can find the right nutritional solution to resolve her problem. And that's how we do morphogenic field technique.